Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Sam Houston Race Park here on Sunday. It is January the 28th, 2018. I'm going to look at the stakes races on today's program from Sam Houston, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Next, card of racing from Sam Houston. Let's make some money back that we lost yesterday at Gulfstream. It's an excellent late pick for sequence, but let's get on to today's stakes action. Going to look at races 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the final 6 races on the program. Starting off at race number 5 from Sam Houston. The 5th race, it's the Groovy Stakes, purse $50,000. It's for 3-year-olds. Texas spreads. Field of 10 horses here going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Sam Houston Race Park Oval. Dirt Oval. Top pick in this race, I like the number 3 horse here. Number 3, Royal Reality. I'm going to go 3, 8, 5, 10 in the superfecta. 3, 8, 5, 10 super. Top pick number 3, Royal Reality. Jose Ortiz gets the leg up in this horse. And, you know, Jose Ortiz actually rode the even money favorite a few times during the summer at Saratoga. But he actually opted for this horse, which I find very strange. I like this horse at 6-1, but why would, he must really think high hopes on this 3 horse. But 3, 8, 5, 10 for me in the super. But my top pick number 3, Royal Reality. 6-1, Jose Ortiz. Steve Asmussen trains this one. 3-0 gelding here by Jersey Town. Most recently, his horse that started the 5th of January. That came at the fairgrounds. 6 furlongs, an optional 50 claimer. Horse finished second by 3.5 lengths. Was with the leaders early on. And just kind of weakened out of it in the final few strides of the race. It just wasn't his day to win. That was a very tiring race course that day. I do think in this race, maybe stalking a little bit. This horse run a little bit better. Start before Remington, the 16th of December. 6 furlongs off 75 claimer, non-2L. His horse finished 5th by 3.5 lengths. Set the pace early on with a pace duel, and then just hit the wall. It just wasn't his day to win at the end. And then the 29th of November at Remington, 6 furlongs off 75 claimer, non-2L. Horse finished 3rd by 2.25 lengths. Was with the leaders early on, setting the pace actually, and then just again hit the wall. I do like this horse. He's been training here for the last 6 weeks or so, which I really like. I like the booking of Jose Ortiz, and I like if this horse could maybe sit off the pace today, just stalking. I think this horse could run a big one. 6-1. I like this horse a lot, so watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Sam Houston, it's the Groovy Stakes. Gonna go with the 3 horse Royal Reality. Gonna go 3, 8, 5, 10 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 6 from Sam Houston, the 6th race. It's the Frontier Utilities Turf Sprint per $75,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 12 horses here, going the distance of ground of 1,000 meters, if you want to go by that, or 5 furlongs on the Sam Houston Race Park turf course. It is Saturday night right now. Just looking at the Sam Houston feed right now, it is very, very, very wet there. Sloppy enough is the track conditions as of Saturday night. So hopefully the track dries out overnight and they get no more rain so we can run on the turf. Hopefully, because if they don't, it's going to really screw up my pick 4. There's a pick 5 with this race also. If you want to play it, I'm going to wait for the pick 4 because this race looks a little difficult in some ways. My top pick in this race, I like this number 7 horse here, number 7 Hoagie, or Hoggy. Gonna go 7-2, 4-12 in the superfecta, 7-2, 4-12 super. If I would play the pick 5, let's just say I would single the 7 horse Hoagie, but it just depends what kind of horse shows up today with him. But 7-2, 4-12 super. If I play the pick 5, I would single the 7 horse Hoagie. I'm probably going to stick to the pick 4, like I said. But this horse, he's 2-1 here. Jose Ortiz on this one. Not Florent Giroux, who normally rides this horse. But most recently, this horse starts 1st of January at Gulfstream. 5 furlongs in a Jano Stakes. This horse finished second by 2.25 lengths. Didn't break all that well that day. Broke almost last. Was wide throughout. Closed up well a little bit at the end. But, I think he might need that race. It was his first start off the layoff. I think second off on a race course. This horse had a decent run last year on. I think this horse ran a decent race. Start before in the Breeze Cup Turf Sprint at Del Mar, 5 furlongs November the 4th. Horse finished 11th by 3.5 lengths. He broke 4th that day, broke really well, but then went to the back of the pack and was at the back of the pack most of the race, just wasn't his day to win. And then the Woodford Turf Sprint at Keeneland, 5.5 furlongs, October the 7th. Horse finished second by 1 3/4 lengths. Didn't break all that well, but was closing up well after a wide trip at the end. A decent second place finish. Before that, won the Kentucky Downs Turf Sprint, closing up well, and won a very nice turf sprint at the fairgrounds last winter. Ran this race last year and finished second by head after not breaking all that well, but closed up well like an express train at the end. Just missed, but it wasn't a half bad run. Partly Mocha, who won next start out along with this horse. Like I said, it just depends what kind of horse shows up with him today. He's a weird horse. Sometimes he doesn't show up and break well, but sometimes he shows up and runs big. Hopefully he shows up big. So, like I said, maybe if I play the pick 5, maybe he would be a single for me if he shows up. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Sam Houston, it's the Frontier Utilities Turf Sprint. Gonna go with the 7-horse Hoagie. Gonna go 7-2-4-12 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 7 from Sam Houston. The 7th race, it's the Barra Last Stakes, purse $50,000. It's for fillies, 3-year-olds. Texas breds here. The field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the dirt course. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, and the pick 4 begins off with this race, and the pick 4 takeout rate for Sam Houston's very good. I believe it's 12%, along with the pick 5. So it's very, it's very better friendly. I have to play more Sam Houston. I have to say, since they moved the meet up a little bit, they used to start end the meet in mid-April, right before Lone Star, but now they end the meet in mid-March, which is kind of annoying. Towards the, I always thought they had a great position on the calendar at the end of March and April for these races, but and I used to play a lot more years ago, but now I really don't for some reason. But I should be playing it a little bit more. But back to the pick 4 now, which begins off with this race. My top pick, and I would single the 3-horse here. Number 3, She's Pretty Lucky. I'm gonna go 3-6-4-7 in the superfecta. 3-6-4-7 super. Top pick and a single for me. Number 3, She's Pretty Lucky. Florent Joux is on the Eddie Keneally trained 3-0 filly by Looking at Lucky. Most recently, his horse had start 16th of December. That came at the fairgrounds, 6 furlongs and just a basic 50,000 overnight stakes. Horse won by nose, sat back early, got the lead just in time, and a closing up victory. An all-around great race for this horse at the end. Before that, in the Rags to Riches at Churchill, 1 mile October the 29th. Tough race. His horse finished 4th by 13 lengths. Really just never showed up. Like I said, it was a very tough run. And then the 30th of September at Churchill, some furlongs, main special weight 48,000. Horse won by neck. Stalked most of the race, got the lead, and held on. A very nice victory. I do think with a little bit of step down class against these horses, this horse should really romp, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 7th race from Sam Houston, it's the Barra Last Stakes. Gonna go with a 3-horse, She's Pretty Lucky. Gonna go 3-6-4-7 in the superfecta. I'll single the 3-horse in my pick 4. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Sam Houston. The 8th race, it's, again, this is one of my favorite races on the calendar from, these turf races in North America. This race used to be actually run in early April. Then they switched it to January, and then they switched it to a mile and a half from a mile and 1/8, which I think is a great kind of distance, because you're missing a good mile and a half race this time of year. Well, you did have the McKnight yesterday, but before that you didn't have the McKnight. Before last year, the year before, you had the McKnight usually in December. But the 8th race from Sam Houston, it's a John B. Connolly Turf Cup, grade 3 purse, $200,000. It's 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of a dozen horses, 12 horses, hopefully going the distance of ground here of 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the Sam Houston Race Park turf course. Hopefully they run on the turf. My top pick in this one, I like the number 9 horse here. If I could ever get my iPad to load. Number 9, who is... let's get this to load. My top pick, number 9, Bigger Picture. Gonna go 9-7-2-1 in the superfecta. 9-7-2-1 super. Pick 4 scenario, I'm gonna go too deep. I'm gonna use the 9 and the 7. But top pick, number 9, Bigger Picture. 8-5. Jose Ortiz again is on this Mike Maker train. 7-year-old gelding by Badge of Silver. Most recently, his horse ran on the 4th of November. That came at Del Mar, a mile and a half in the grade 1 Breeders' Cup turf. overmatched that day. Finished 12th by 10 and 3/4 lengths. Was just never there, and he just really weakened out. That just wasn't his day to win. Before that, 26th of August at Saratoga, mile and a half in the inner turf course in the Sword Dancer. Horse finished third by half a length. Stalked most of the race. Actually, kind of had the lead in the stretch, but got overtaken right before the wire. But had a decent third place finish against those horses. And then the Bowling Green at Saratoga, mile 3/8 on the 29th of July. Horse finished second by neck. This horse just really had to wait a little bit. Closed up well, just missed, but it wasn't a half bad run. The turf division this year in North America, or last year, wasn't very tough. It wasn't as good as years past. So this horse was doing well against them. These horses are not nearly as tough as the horses he faced last year, and I do think he should really run a big one. He's 1-for-1 at Sam Houston. He won this race last year by 1 1/4 lengths as the just over even money favorite, closing up well. He likes the distance. He could either close up or set the pace. He's a good horse, and I think he should run a big one, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Sam Houston, it's the John B. Connolly Turf Cup. Gonna go with the 9-horse bigger picture. I'm gonna go 9-7-2-1 in the superfecta. I'll go 9-7 in my pick 4, and maybe the pick 5. So now let's get on to race number 9 for today's program from Sam Houston. The 9th race, it's the Grade 3 Houston Ladies Classic. Purse $400,000. It's fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses here, going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or a mile and a 16th on the Sam Houston Oval. Mile 16th, 1,700 meters. Top pick in this race, I like the number 4 horse. Number 4, who is Valadorna. I'm gonna go 4-7-2-8 in the superfecta. 4-7-2-8 super. Pick 4 scenario. I think I would use all 4 horses here. Maybe I could catch a price with them, with one of these horses, even though a few of them are a little bit shorter prices. But 4-7-2-8 for me. Top pick number 4, Valadorna. 5-2. Brian Hernandez is on this one from Marcassi. Most recently, his horse had to start the 26th of December. That came at the Fairgrounds, mile 70 in the Tiffany Last Stakes. Horse won by 3.5 lengths. Field of 11 horses. His horse stalked that day, got the lead, and then took off clear. Very nice driving victory at the end. All around great victory. Before that, the 8th of December at the Fairgrounds, sloppy going, mile 70 off 40 claimer. It was his second off the layoff. She won by 5 3/4 lengths. Loves racing at the Fairgrounds. Sat back early, and then took off clear in the end. A very nice victory. And then first off the layoff, Churchill, mile 16th, November the 1st, an out 6-2 claimer. Horse finished second by length. It needed that run, just really lacked a good closing kick at the end. It was a little bit, how should I say, it wasn't really concentrating to the race. Also, she had a wide post draw, so just keep that in mind. But as a 2-year-old, this horse ran pretty nicely. Finished second in the Brews Cup Juvenile Fillies. Race at Santa Anita. Before that, won a very nice main special weight off at Keelan very nicely by 6 lengths, and she should have won her first career outing at Churchill after disaster trip. I was closing well. I do think she should run a big one here today. These horses are not nearly as tough. Let's get her a grade of victory. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Sam Houston, it's the Grade 3, 400,000 Houston's Ladies Classic. Gonna go with the 4 horse Valadorna. Gonna go 4-7-2-8 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10 from Sam Houston. The 10th race, and this is the most wide open race of the pick 4, pick 5 sequence. The 10th race, it's the Houston Distaff. Purse $50,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses, going the distance of ground here of 1,700 meters, or a mile and a 16th on the hopefully firm turf course. If they do run on the turf course, I don't think it'd be anywhere near soft, firm. It's probably going to be soft or something. Soft, yielding, heavy, I'm not sure. But it's going to be wet. It's going to have a give in it. But my top pick in this very wide open race, I like the number 6 horse, Tranquility. I'm going to go 6-3-4-5-8. 6-3-4-5-8. Those are 5 horses. That's my top 5 in this race. I might actually do a super key. But 6-3-4-5-8, those 5 horses will be on my pick four or pick five ticket, most likely pick four. But my top pick, number six, Stormquility, 6-1. Irim Diego is on the 7-year-old mare by Aftermarket. Most recently, his horse had to start the 18th of November at Remington, mile 70 ops 40 claimer. Disaster of a race. His horse finished 7th by 37 and 3/4 lengths. Was with the leaders early on and then just hit the wall early on in the race. I don't think this horse really liked getting dirt in his face. I think coming back to turf today, which I think this horse really likes to run on, his horse will run a lot better. Start before you have to go 27th of October at Remington, mile 16th, allowance race 40,000. Horse finished second by 1.5 lengths. Well, you setting the pace early on in the race, got caught right before the wire, but had a decent second place finish. And then at Remington, mile 16th, in a Rick's Memorial, horse finished 7th by 4 3/4 lengths. Setting the pace early on, then kind of really badly hit the wire, hit the wall at the end. It just wasn't his day to win. Finished second in this race last year, closing up well at the end at 20-1, and then won the race right after it in the Jersey Lily Stakes on the 25th of February here at Sam Houston. Won that race by neck. Stalked that day, got the lead, and had a very nice victory. He likes the turf. Throw that last one out. I do think she'll be fresh enough to win this one at 6-1, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Sam Houston, it's Houston Distaff. Gonna go with the 6 horse here, Stormquility. Gonna go 6-3-4-5-8 in the super high 5. I'll go 6-3-4-5-8 in my pick 4. If you've been following my pick 4, for 50 cents, I believe it's only going to cost you $20, which I think is very affordable. And if you want to play the pick 5, starting off with race number 6, and if you, I would single the 7 horse, and it's only going to cost you $20 also. So if you choose which one you want to play, I'll be most likely playing the pick 4 to because I think it's a little bit better of a sequence. So good luck to all.